Hey, welcome back to the second half of this tournament. This is Rippin Discs. I am Hunter.
And this is Connor, and this is the Utah Disc Golf Championships presented by MVP Disc Sports.
Coming into the back half of this round, we have Cade coming in at -20.
Then we have Caleb at -15, tied for second with Garrett at -15 also.
And then we have Justin Bilodeau at -14.
Coming in, hole 11, par 3, 333 feet, and this is just a straight shot. You're going to see them throw something that will flip up and just ride as straight as they can.
Here we have Cade just going with the great shot there. Puts it about 20 feet from the basket.
Yeah, that's a great shot right there. You're going to see them all just flip it up and try to keep it as straight as they can. And here we got Caleb. Taking a little wider, something a little bit more overstable, and that's looking really nice right there too.
And Justin catches that tree that doesn't let his disc come back, so he's got some work to do to get up and down for a par here.
Yeah, I kind of turned that one over a little bit too much. You got Garrett. He's going to be trying to go with that same line. Either something that's going to flip up or something that's going to be a little bit overstable and crash in towards the basket. Misses those trees, and this is looking amazing. That is a great shot right there. You're not going to see it done any better than that.
And here we have Justin from about 50 feet. Gives it a jump putt. Comes up just to the right of that.
Here you got Caleb, about 25-footer. Just comes up short. He needs those to fall if he wants to continue to try to catch Cade.
You have Cade from about 25 feet. Right in the middle. Just skips out of the basket there. He thought he had it. If we look at this, he was dead center.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate shot right there because it honestly just kind of tilted over the edge of that basket and fell out. That's definitely unfortunate.
Definitely frustrating. He's trying to keep this lead. He's got 5 strokes on the card. Just needs to make those putts.
And Garrett, he's going to be taking a stroke on the card. Really great shot from him. You're not going to see this hole being played any better.
All right, strategy for today. Play my own game, obviously. I think everyone's going to probably say that. That's an easy one. But really, there's 20 holes, and so you just need to stay steady. The goal is going it for the long run, right? Anything can happen coming down the stretch. There's a few long, difficult holes at the end, lots of OB, so just stay focused, keep the energy up.
And there we have it from Justin. Looking for this back half of the round, really going to start attacking on these deeper holes.
Hole 12, par 3, 253 feet, and you're going to see either just a super straight backhand right here or something that's going to just crash in with a forehand.
There's Garrett's throw coming in nice and almost gives it a run at an ace there, about 3 feet wide.
This little flex shot, and you're going to see Cade. He's going to throw his pig right here, and he's just going to swing it out wide and try to get it to crash right after that first tree. And that's Pierre also. He almost hit the chains on that one. This card's really just going to tear up this hole, honestly.
And here's Caleb going with that same line. Gets a big skip and hits the base of the basket. He absolutely parked that.
Justin giving him a knuckles as he steps up. And he's just going to go with that smooth backhand, try to just put it right through the middle and let it crash into the left. I believe that this is his proxy. And that's a great shot from him also.
Here we have Cade, the furthest one out with a 15-foot putt. So this card definitely did work on this hole. Everybody got nice and close to the basket.
And Cade skipping off of the left chains. That is a couple missed putts from him. And, I mean, he's got some work to do to get those in so he can maintain this lead.
And Garrett comes up just short, hits the rim, and bounces out. He's really so close to catching up to Cade. If he can just get those putts to go in, he'll be looking great.
See that jump he had, though? That was pretty impressive. Good shot from Justin.
There's Cade and Garrett getting their pars out of the way. And the tap-in birdie for Caleb. Hole 13, it's a par 3, 331 feet. Got an OB on the right, so you're going to see players swing it out pretty far left.
And that's a really good shot from Caleb. You can see that OB right behind him. I mean, right behind that basket. And, I mean, if your disc goes a little bit too much to the right, it's gone. And this is trouble.
Just barely jumps over that line there. So he is going to be OB and putting for his par up there.
Here we got Garrett. Swinging out flat. A little bit too wide maybe, and I mean that's going to be a tough putt from there with the OB behind the basket, and it's uphill.
Here we have Cade going with that flex line and plays long, way longer than he wanted that to go.
He's going to have probably a 35-40 putter from there, and I mean he needs this to go in if he wants to keep on track to getting the win.
That is his little brother caddying for him there. He did win his advanced division.
Just off of the top of the chains, and that could have easily dropped, but you know, what's really going to be important is how he's going to come back after these couple missed putts. I mean, that's the most important thing from now. And we'll see how he bounces back.
There's Garrett going with that high floater. Almost drops it in. Comes up just short.
Caleb just missing to the left. And here we got Justin for his par.
And that's a great save there. Not to lose any strokes on the card. Everybody else is going to be hitting a par.
Pars all around for this card. And going into this next hole, it's very similar to this last hole. You're not going to want to go to the right at all, or you're going to end up OB. So you're going to see these players swing it a forehand out wide and try to get it around that tree and kind of just skip up to the basket.
And Caleb hitting that perfect gap there. It's a great shot. It is rolling a little far. It's going to make that a tougher putt with the OB behind the basket there, but still a great shot.
Yeah, that's exactly how you're going to want to play it. You're going to see the rest of this card trying to do that exact same thing. You got Justin. Swinging it out wide. And another par job from him. He's crushing these holes right now.
If he continues the way he is playing now, he's going to be catching up on Cade really quick.
Yeah, Cade's got to start hitting some putts. He's got to start playing how he usually does, honestly.
Garrett caught that tree there, so he's going to have a tougher up and down.
Cade, and this is way too inside. He's going to need some help. And that kicked off of something and
That was a
pretty much put him close. That's impressive.
That was
Super lucky kick from Cade. The card's laughing about it.
There's Garrett just trying to get up and down for par.
You got Caleb not going to want to go too fast past the basket or else he's going to be OB, and you don't want to be losing strokes right now because this whole card is crushing this course.
Comes up just short there. He does naturally have a very soft putt, so not too much danger there, but almost got it.
Cade, much needed birdie right there after a couple holes that, missed a couple close putts, so that probably feels good to get that one.
There's Justin with another tap-in birdie.
Garrett tapping in for his par, and so is Caleb going into this next hole.
And coming up on hole 15 here, we have another par 3, 280 feet. You're going to see a lot of hyzer spikes, just trying to get it to drop into these trees as hard as they can and get a shot at the basket.
Justin playing it out wide and taking the exact line you want, pretty much puts it right next to the basket. You're going to see all these players trying to do that exact same thing.
There's Cade going with something super overstable and burns it too far. Doesn't get it to cut in there as much as he would like, so he's going to have some difficulties there.
Caleb, just a nice smooth shot, and this is looking really good also. And just playing on the outside of that little gap, so he's going to have a pretty good look at birdie from there.
That's one of the main benefits of leaving it wide there. You have an unobstructed putt, and we'll see if Garrett decides to go for that or try to run it.
Taking it pretty high. And that's a good shot from him also. I mean, he is tucked back in those trees, but he should be pretty good from over there.
Here we have Cade trying to find a way back. Just punches through so he can have a look for his par.
Caleb for his birdie. Good shot, puts it in. Gonna be walking away with the bird.
Here we have Garrett finding an opening. What a great shot there. Having to stretch out, find a way to get to the basket, and puts it right in the middle of the chains.
Justin for his bird, and he's making a run at it. I mean, he's got quite a few birdies right in a row, so Not much stopping him today. Maybe it's the beard. Who knows?
Could be. There's Cade taking his par. And here we come to hole number 16, which is a par 3, 290 feet.
Yeah, so there's a Mando. You're going to see a lot of just forehands, just getting it up and trying to let it skip out the basket.
Here we have Justin swinging it out with something super overstable, so dove a little too soon, hit those branches, knocked him down. He's going to have about a 35 to 40 foot putt.
Yeah, Justin goes with the standstill in a lot of these, which you normally, I mean, you don't see a ton from players, but he's very accurate with it, so. But here you got Caleb. Slips a little bit, but looking pretty nice, so not going to be too disappointed.
Here we have Garrett. Does look like he's going to go for just a one step and throw. It's not that far of a basket. Catches that early tree that shoots him off to the right. He did get by the Mando though, which is a great thing.
Here you got Cade. Just going for that same line. And Cade, he's going with something a little bit faster. Skips up and puts it in the basket. Cade filling the hollow with the ace.
And he is getting high fives all around. But if that disc missed that basket, he was looking at an 80-foot putt.
Yeah, for sure. That's a great shot. I mean, well, obviously it's a great shot, but I mean, to hit that coming down the stretch, and here's a little replay for you guys. Just burns it. Good skip, puts it in the basket, and we talked to Caden. He actually said that was his first tournament ace, so awesome shot from him with the Nova Firebird. I mean, most trusty disc in the game.
Not the Nova today. I'm gonna say the Pig is gonna be used the most. Pig and the Firebird, those are the two.
Staying true to his word there with the Firebird, coming in with the clutch ace.
A little back to reality now. Love to see aces though, and that was amazing shot. Super good looking, so. And
good job, Cade.
Good job, Cade. You got Garrett. This is going to be a tough shot, and he's going to go with the roller here. And a little bit risky, but
gets kind of a lucky kick off that branch that helps turn the disc over quicker and puts it right next to the basket.
Yeah, that's a great par save right there. That's impressive.
What a putt from Justin. Just probably about circle's edge. Knocks it down.
Super deadly putt. I mean, he's got one of the best spin putts I've seen for sure. Super unique, and I mean, it just looks good too.
Couldn't really come at a better time where, as you can see, our last three are all tied for second. -17s all across the board.
Good shot from Caleb too to stay in that second place spot, and they're coming up. I mean, 4 behind Cade coming into these last 4 holes?
4 or 5 holes.
No, 3. Yeah, 4 holes, and we'll see what they can do coming into this stretch.
Here we have hole 17, which is a 430-foot shot for a par 3. It is a very straight open throw, so you just want to get as much distance as you can.
Cade a little bit too low. He hit that branch right there, so he kind of got through it. I mean, he'll be able to get up and down from there for his par, but no look at a birdie.
So as you see there, after the first round, they noticed some of the tee pads were too slick, so they added a small kick out off of the tee pads where you see that flag. And that just shows how good this tournament director was, adjusting to what the players need.
Great shot from Justin. That's pin high. He's going to have a look down at the basket, so played that shot very well. I think that's his trace, the streamlined trace. And up in altitude, it's a little bit more stable. When you get down to sea level, it's pretty straight flying disc.
Here we have Caleb. He is going to use that grass line. Puts it out on a big flex shot. Comes up just a bit short, so he's going to have about a 25-30 footer.
Garrett, I think he's going to try to get this disc to turn over a little bit. Just a nice flex shot. Try to get a little bit of distance out of it. Turns it over a little bit too much. He's going to be a little bit farther right than he wants to be, but pin high. Love that for his birdie.
So Garrett is sponsored by a company called RPM Discs. They're out of New Zealand, still new to the game, but we've tried some of their discs and they are really fun to throw.
Yeah, I still bag a Tui, and it's super straight flying putter, but here's Cade going with his pig, I believe, again. And puts it about 15 feet. Good layup from him.
Here we have Caleb's shot.
Probably about 40 feet out.
Gives it a jump putt. Leaves it to the right, and it looked like it was a little bit short.
You got Garrett, probably about 40 footer. And we going with a jump putt. Let's see what he can do with this.
Puts it in. That's a great shot from him. He left that drive a little too far out, but able to knock that down, so no worries.
A little replay. And this is a great stroke to pick up on the card, because going into these last few holes, I mean, you really don't know what's going to happen. A lot of OB on these last three. So, great shot from him. Cashes it in.
Justin coming downhill. And he is so locked in right now. Everything is just right at the basket.
Yeah, I don't think he's missed a circle one putt all day. Little par cleanup. Alright, hole 18. Par 3, 411 feet, and there is a golf green right in front of it, so you're going to want to see pretty much this shot a little bit long, but you're just going to want to land it in that strip right there, because if you come up short, then you're landing in a hazard, and it's going to be a stroke.
Garrett going with the forehand just to make sure that he can get a good comeback and roll out. And he plays that perfectly. He's got a 15-footer.
Great shot from him. You got Cade. Not going to want to see him do anything too crazy, because he wants to maintain his lead. And I think this is his Firebird again. Turns it over a little bit too much. And that's over the fence. He's going to be OB and going to have to drop right where he went out.
It's going to be a difficult par for him. It is quite a ways out. He's looking at about a 45 to 50 foot putt.
You got Caleb going with the forehand, trying to take the same line as Garrett. And this is looking really nice.
Gets the skip off the green, and that just put it as close as he can be. That's a great shot there.
You got Cade. Try not to lose any strokes to the card. He's a little bit out wide, so he's going to have that for his bogey going into hole 19.
Here's Justin looking at about a 35-footer. Just misses it off that jump putt. Looked like a great line though.
Here's Garrett trying to get a stroke. And just kind of hesitated on that and left it a little bit wide.
He's able to knock down that comeback putt though. Here you have Cade going for the bogey. Definitely tougher to see, as Justin's going to get a par here. Going to be creeping up on him with him having to take that bogey.
Same with Caleb. Birdie from him, so him and Justin are going to go tied into this 19th hole. And only a couple strokes behind Cade, so Cade's got to play this one good and make sure he's not losing any strokes.
And here we have hole 19, which is a par 3, 420 feet. It is a double island shot, or if you're feeling good with the arm, a single island shot. So you'll see some players take it to the left, try and land in that island, and then advance to the green.
You will be seeing Garrett, Justin, and Caleb going for this green because they're trying to get the strokes back that they need to pull it off, and Caleb just leaves it a little bit too much to the right, so he's going to be going to the drop zone.
Here you have Justin. He looks like he's winding up to go for it. There it is. Swings it out big. Just drops it in perfect there. Gets it right next to the basket, about a 10-footer.
Another park job from him, dude. I don't know. The beard's on, the game's on, the putting's on. He's playing really good. You got Garrett. Swinging out wide. This one's looking really good too. May need to go. Oh no, that's perfect too. He's going to have a 15-footer, well, 20-footer for his birdie right there. So great shot from him also.
Cade trying to decide if he wants to go for it or take the safe route. Looks like he's going for the safe route. Gonna get that pig out and just go for the forehand here. He actually cooked it there. He went too far and went OB long in the island.
Yeah, he kind of caught that tree right there, and I mean he's gonna be going to the drop zone and pretty much playing for a bogey from there. So not the way you want to play going into this last hole. So he's going to have that for his bogey right there.
Definitely not what he wants to do when the card is creeping up on him so quickly.
Garrett for his birdie. Good shot from him. So he's going to be he's going to be going into this last hole in third place behind Justin. Caleb's going to be dropping down to fourth. And they're both creeping up on Cade. So Cade's got to play this last one pretty smart.
There's Caleb, able to get his bogey. Just barely missed that zone. He was 2 feet outside from having a great shot up.
Justin, another easy tap in for him. Thanking the basket. And doing a little skip over that.
I believe they call it a heel click.
A heel click.
Well, we have some last minute pressure coming into this final hole.
And this card's having fun. They're being competitive, but they're also having a good time. So, hole 20, par 3. 335 feet, just a forehand flick shot, trying to get it up to the basket. There is OB long. And that's a good job from Justin. He's going to have that for his birdie, and he needs to make that if he wants a chance to send it into playoffs.
Here we have Garrett. Also giving it that forehand line. Swings out right a little too hard. Does get a pretty friendly kick off that fence, though, to get him back into the green a bit.
We got Caleb. Swinging out a little bit, kind of the same line as Garrett, and he's going to be hugged up against that fence. Might have that tree in the way, but he'll have that for his birdie.
So Cade definitely needs to put this close after seeing Justin. And he comes up too short there and didn't get a good skip. It just ate his disc up. So he's going to have some work to do if he wants to get a birdie.
And I mean, he can't really run that putt because the basket's right in front of the road. He's going to check how close the basket is. But, I mean, if he runs it and misses, then the tournament's over for him. So, I mean, if he risks it, it could be a good reward, but...
Yeah, he just goes for the layup there. Just puts it close. Gonna take the par. Put the pressure on Justin to hit his birdie shot.
Garrett for his birdie and to seal himself third place. A little bit short, hits the cage.
Caleb doing some ground maintenance for the crew.
Yeah, he gave that thing a toss right there. Great shot over the fence from him. He's going to have this to tie Garrett and tie for third place.
Catches that tree. Just not going to make it.
Justin sending it into the playoffs. Can he do it?
Knocks it down. He gave the fist pump before it even got there.
Super confident stroke from him. Thanking the basket. Hear the crowd in the background. All excited for him. There's Cade for his par, sending it into the playoffs.
So both players are sitting at -21 right now. We had a little mishap on the scorecard. Forgive us for that. But this playoff will consist of starting on hole 1, sudden death. Whoever wins that hole wins the tournament.
Yeah, they're going to play until somebody beats the other. So we'll see how they do and what they could do under pressure.
But the way both of these players have played so far, we should expect something pretty good out of both of them.
And I mean, they both want it. They're both competitors, and they both came to this round wanting to win.
Justin starting it off.
Yeah, the hat backwards and everything.
He leaves it pretty wide there, leaving a pretty good gap for Cade to sneak in.
Yeah, the door's open. Cade airing it out a little bit too much. He's going to be short. And, I mean, he's got to putt down the hill about equal distance out. So, see what these players can do.
It's definitely been a long day for them. They've played a lot of disc golf, and they've just got more to come.
Cade for his birdie and to put the pressure on Justin.
Comes up short there and to the left a bit. So leaving the door open for Justin. If he can hit this putt, it's tournament over.
Justin also leaving a little bit short. Just not a lot of confidence on those 2 putts, I don't think. Probably a little bit of nerves, so sending it into the next hole. And you're not going to see the players miss these no matter what, especially with the tournament on the line.
So back to hole 2 we go. As you can see, the crowd is growing. Everybody wanting to see who's going to take this home.
Yeah, a lot of fans of both people. Both these guys are really good in the disc golf community here in Utah, so
Justin with a great shot, gets a pretty big skip back into those woods. Might cause some problems with the trees right now, but we will see when he gets down there.
Cade keeping it low. Gets a big skip, and he's over there by Justin, so both the players got some pressure on them, so see how they can do it.
Here you have Cade going first. As you can see, tucked back in there quite a ways. Having to find a gap.
Great shot from him under pressure on his knees and putting the pressure on Justin now.
Justin able to make that one with no problems at all. Hit the dead center of the chains. He's still looking great in his putt strokes.
Hole 3, on to the next. Third hole of this playoff. They're just going to swing it out wide, have it crash in towards the basket. Pretty routine shot here, so both of them just hoping to get it close to give them a chance to win.
Justin with an absolute great shot there. Puts it within 10 feet. That's definitely going to put pressure on Cade.
Cade swinging out a little bit too wide last round, so let's see if we can do this round. And puts about 15, 20 feet away, so we're going to see 2 pretty routine putts from these guys who are both amazing putters.
There we have Cade making his putts, no problem.
And this, send it into hole 4. I mean, they're going back and forth. They're not wanting to give this game up.
And here we are back on the island shot with the raised basket.
Both these players parked it this round, so I mean, they should have no problem on this round either. This little playoff.
Justin did come up just a bit short, so he's going to have some work to do from there.
Cade giving it a good shot, and he's parked for the birdie. Putting a little bit of pressure on Justin, but also Justin's putting stroke has been feeling confident all day. He really hasn't missed any putts from this distance at all, huh?
There he goes, able to knock it down. Just so confident, doesn't have a worry. He hits those putts all day.
Yeah. Easy putting. Here we go, hole 5. Same turnover shot. Just gonna try to get it on around the Mando and let it crash into the basket. Want something that's gonna be able to flex back towards the hole, so let's see what these players can do.
Just needs to hold on that turn a little longer. And he just fades out. He's kind of in an awkward spot in those trees. That's going to be tough to get back.
Yeah, he's over by hole 1's tee, so, I mean, he's got a good 60-footer up under that tree, so let's see if Cade can pull this off. He needs to flex out a little bit, and, I mean, pin high, but kind of needed that to flex back. Turned it over a little bit too much.
So here you have Justin trying to find a line to the basket. Gives it a run, just hits the bottom of the basket. If he was a foot higher, that's in.
Even an inch higher, that was in. That was a great shot from him. You know, Cade, he's been known to make these long putts. Oh, he thought that was in. That hit the top left side of the basket, and I mean, probably half the time that's dropping. So, I mean, they're going to be sending it into another hole.
That is 6 for a playoff.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, two very talented players going back and forth. Fun to watch. I'm hoping that you guys are enjoying this because, I mean, this is a great round from these two players.
And now this hole is the one that Cade almost gave an ace run. He was 3-4 feet off. There is the sand in front of it, which is a hazard which will cause them to take a stroke, so they're going to want to avoid that. We might see them play a little safer and try and come up short.
Justin is going to come up a bit short, so he's going to have that for his birdie. Put some pressure on Cade to put this close to the basket, and if he could play it the way that he played last round, I mean, then he's got a shot at winning this for sure.
Puts it up a little higher than normal and typically what he likes. And that just turned out way too quick on him. He does have quite a bit of work to do there.
Yeah, him and Justin from about the same distance, so. About a 45-footer here. Just comes up short. Once again, just probably 2 inches from going in the basket. Dead center.
Here we have Cade. He could win it. He knew it.
Yeah, Cash, as soon as it left his hand, you can hear his little brother Andrew say that's in. So, great shot from him. Little replay of that.
Look at this. As soon as it leaves his hand, he's already got the fist pump. He knows he got it.
Great putt. This kid, holy cow, 17 years old, putting under pressure, and that's an amazing shot.
Coming into the 6th hole of the playoff, he's able to pull off a putt like that for the win.
2020 Utah State champion, Cade Philomahala!
Him and Justin, 2 competitors. Both wanted to win it, but also they're having a good time the whole time, messing around, joking around, and great win from Cade.
Thank you for tuning in to our coverage of the 2020 Utah Championship. This was brought to you by MVP and the Tunnel Runners and Infinite Discs.
We'll see you in the next one. Rippin' Discs, we're out.